You have improved on this horse no end over the last 6 months. Your balance is much better and your hands are much softer. Your hands are still a little bit softer. Again, from a jumping point of view, I think you have improved no end. You're more confident to ride to the fence and you keep your hands soft and also your lower leg down. So I think the whole improvement is from your balance. Just remember, in between the fences is where we need more control now. So when you hit the takeoff stride, you're in more balance. When the horse stops at the filler, I think she is very, very naughty and she should not do that. Yes, the sunlight was on it a little bit, but she still should not do that. So you must be aware of that in the future. Where she used to stop and then just turn around, what she tends to do now is she stops and ploughs through it when she's being naughty. So just be aware of that round the course of fences. But overall, I think you've improved no end, Harry, and very well done. In this exercise, we are looking for this horse to approach the fence and descent from the fence on a nice, soft, regular canter. This is something this horse struggles to do. I think it has the makings to be a nice horse, but it needs to be made. Through the circle, you need to have lots more half halts and lots more outside rein. To keep the horse in straight line, bring the outside hand across the neck towards the inside of the circle, so this will line the rest of the body up. Yes, he will be looking to the outside, but the outside bend is the last thing to fix. What we are looking for is to keep the horse in a straight line to the fence with his body, not that he's bending to the inside and his shoulders and his bottom are going to the outside. Again, like I said previous, I think this horse has got the makings to be a nice horse, but the canter does need to improve. So lots of half halts and lots of leg, but remember, the leg becomes before the half halt. Moving on from the circle exercise, when we start linking the fences together, again I think this horse has a very nice jump with a lot of scope, but we have to get the approach better and the corners better. If you notice round this top corner that you've just done, he's falling out through the outside shoulder, the head is in the sky and he is arguing down the distance. What you need to do is you need to come round the corner with a lot more outside bend. So again, we're getting the body work to the inside and the head to the outside. The head we can sort out eventually in the future. And again, down the distance, half halt and let the fence come to you. So overall, the canter needs to become more powerful, more collection, and the horse will improve. But overall, I think this horse has a high future ahead of it. I felt you started this exercise very timid and very quiet. What we were looking for is a constant canter to the pole and from the pole. So when you're going around a course of fences, we know we've got power in our canter, so we can get the best quality jump. I felt that this horse was going very timid, with not much power and not much energy in the canter. So you need to pull them all together. The canter needs to become more powerful, with lots more leg and lots more half halts down the rein. So you're going at more speed, more power. So if you're going around a course of fences, we know we'll be getting the correct answer because we've done this in the exercise. Not that we've gone around this circle exercise with the canter switched off, and then when we go around the course of fences we switch the canter on and we wonder why we're getting the wrong answers. When we started linking the fences together, I felt that the canter all of a sudden woke up, but it's still very strung out and needs more power. So to gain this we need more half halts around the corner with leg, so you get the basketball effect like I spoke about in the lesson. This horse needs to become on its hocks, so when it jumps it can get the maximum height and the maximum power that it can offer. I feel this is a very nice horse and I felt the session went well. And the jumping is good, but to improve, this is what we're going to have to achieve. So the canter has to become shorter and more powerful. But overall, very well done. When you started this exercise, the one word I would use for this would be inconsistent. It wasn't very smooth through the turns, the horse was chucking his head up at you, the canter was going nowhere, and the stride to the pole and from the pole was very short and flat. As the exercise progressed though, it did get better. The horse became a lot softer through the outline, the canter started to get stronger and going somewhere, and the stride to the pole was much better, so well done. Started linking the fences together, what I would like to say is very well done, Amy. This is probably the best I've ever seen you jump this horse. The canter was very good, the lines were good, and the canter was consistent, so well done. The only thing I would say is you have to become a little bit sharper with remembering the courses and use the space around the arena to make life easier for you. But overall, very good. Exercise is for the pony approaching the fence and descending from the fence in a nice soft outline. We're not too worried about his head being slightly high, but what we're looking for is the canter to stay consistent to and from the fence, which I feel that you've achieved in this exercise. One thing I would say though that you need to improve on is your range needs to be slightly shorter, you keep the weight down into your lower leg, not that you're leaning back round the corners. To make this exercise slightly harder for you in the future, or at home, you can add more poles and you can make the circle bigger and smaller, so you're varying the stride and varying the approach, also varying the speed, but overall well done. Started linking the fences together, I felt that you started to get a little bit busy on board, i.e. pulling with your hands, worrying about the stride to the fence. The stride that you see to the fence is constantly quite good, so what you're going to need to worry about is keeping your hands soft and letting the canter travel across the ground. I think this is the best way that the pony likes to go. I feel that when you start to interfere with him, he starts to get a little bit anxious and a little bit bolshy in his ride. This might later on rely on in problems around the course of fences. So I feel the best way to ride him at the minute is keep your hands soft, travel across the ground and allow the pony to jump out of his natural stride. But overall, I feel it's a good combination and look forward to the Throughout this exercise, what you need to concentrate on is make sure this pony goes forwards. Obviously he's lovely schooled on the flat work in the dressage, but in the jumping he needs to establish that he can travel across the ground and take that canter at a quicker pace. If you notice from the start of the exercise, you're going backwards to the fence and from the fence. What this pony needs to realise is that he can come to the fence and from the fence at a quicker pace. From a rider's point of view, make sure your reins are short with your hands turned up, thumb on top and your hands in front of you, and you're not leaning back through the corner, you're riding forward, sitting up tall, covering ground. When we started linking fences together, I felt that one, this pony lacked confidence when it came to fillers, but that's something that we can work on and obviously grow in confidence. But mainly on the approach to the fence, he slows the canter down, and as he leaves to take off, he jumps in quite a rigid way. The jump actually is quite nice, but from a rider's point of view, you need to come on the approach a little bit quicker with a lot more leg on. So when he takes off, he covers ground in the air, and when he lands, he covers ground away from the fence. This is something that will help improve around the course of fences, but overall not too bad, and I think he has a future.